I called it Dumb and Dumber, but you didn't like it. Strickland, State of the State, which we're not going to talk about, and then Leitzel's, members of the Dayton Leadership Council. I just wanted to mention that somebody did mention you in the Dayton Daily News comments. The only person with more hot air and has a goatee is Philip L. Parker.
And then me.
And you, yeah. Well, Parker gets paid, what, $389,000 a year?
He gets paid a lot of money.
To be wrong, and you get paid $0 to be mostly right.
Mostly right. Okay.
Mostly right.
And
He's
now,
mostly wrong.
And now Phil Parker, who's supposed to be our great development god, we're going to have this posted online. You don't need to look at it on the video. But is a member of the Leadership Council.
Members is the key word, the like member that swings between whatever.
No, again, I'm pretty disappointed. One thing is there seem to be an awful lot of Republicans in there in a town that's 90% Democrat.
What do you call it? Eds, Meds,
and Feds. But then on top of that, we
got lawyers. Well, they solved a lot of things. We've had 535 up there.
We got some lawyers. We got some bankers.
Yeah.
But
groupthink.
The other thing here is some of these people. I mean,
do they know anything about Dayton?
Well, some of them don't.
Did
quite
Tom
a few of them
Donahue from the 88th Mission Support Group ever live in Dayton? Does anybody write Patterson?
He's the base commander, and I understand having I understand having him on there. But there's some serious questions.
There's a man of God down there, Wilbert Shanklin.
Reverend Shanklin is part of the Raging Preacher group. And
I can only hope that maybe the Christians are right, because that's all we have is a prayer with this group, really.
Well, I just, all the time I've been here, I haven't heard any of these people come up with an original idea other than maybe Jeff Samuelson, who's done a lot of the Brown Street development. But Tom Raga, Republican state senator, state rep, who's now working as a lobbyist for Sinclair, is really a questionable choice.
Sinclair, we could talk about Sinclair, that enrollment's up 23% over the last 3 years with all these schools. It's only because the economy's in the crapper.
Yeah.
And these people are making jobs that aren't going to be there. Just like Dummer up there in this freaking state. Strickland, you should hear that freaking address. Oh my God. It's over. It's over.
If you're looking for advisors, I don't...
It's not us, because we might be right.
Well, even if so, I'm not asking for us to be the advisors, but I'm looking for people that are actually, trying to shake things up and do something. Having elected officials there, don't they already have that job, is to do some leadership thing? Now, I understand.
More of the same.
Stacey Thompson, yeah, she got more votes than anybody. She knows about the school boards, but...
She's a banker.
She's also a banker, and it's like, okay, aren't these a lot of the people that got us in, where we are?
Groupthink. Well, that's okay.
But we can give him a shot. We can give Gary a shot. It was good to see that he didn't go out with the 4 Democratic commissioners out there to Cooper Park and decry Kasich's taxing.
I wonder if you lined all of them up on one side of the seesaw and Phil Parker on the other, which one would balance out?
Be nice, Greg.
Phil
Parker is a nice guy, but honestly,
no, he's not.
He's actually a very nice man. But
they've never entertained any alternative discussion about anything. I tried.
No,
worthless.
I didn't say
worthless. Yeah, he's a nice guy.
But honestly, he's the Chamber of Commerce, and they used to do this economic development thing. The government seems to have taken over, and all these other organizations. If you were that good at doing what you do, we wouldn't have the Dayton Development Coalition, all these other things.
He obviously got paid by Sonny Perdue.
Sonny Perdue?
Isn't he the governor at Georgia, where NCR is?
Yeah.
Nice.
But honestly,
nice work.
Well,
we'll see how it works out. At least this is something different, everybody says. But
Turner had one of these too. He had his little transition team and brilliant people. And
he needs a team, all right.
We'd have to dig up and see.
He needs a team.
We have to dig up and see who he had on the list. But
had to be brain dead.
But yeah, it seems like it's kind of biased to PR types and Republicans. And one interesting thing is he's got Ann Higdon on there, who runs probably the most successful charter in Dayton, ISIS.
Buddy ISIS.
Glad to see her there. Glad to see Jeff Samuelson there. questioning some of these other ones.
Well, we've seen
Former
those.
Dayton Fire Chief, Glenn Alexander. It's like, what you have a fire chief now. Why aren't you asking him questions?
Well, maybe he can speak outside that realm now.
Oh, how we used to do things in Dayton.
Well, his retirement's secure. Therefore, he can decide how you can decimate the fire department.
None of these people are getting paid
without-
on this stuff. So
Well, but you can decide how you decimate other union kind of things, you know, without losing too much service. That's how they've always done it. Once you got
Right.
a sellout, you know.
now, it'll be interesting to see what happens. But
Carmel George up there. Have a good one. All the same. You can't just run for one term. Just get it done. Do the right thing.